personally, I self-study. I don't really pay attention in class. It was online school, okay? It was hard, okay? I understand, okay? Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today, I will be giving you guys tips on how to score straight A's or straight A plus for SPM. Let's get started. I'll separate this like general tips and specific tips for each subject. Okay, the first advice I would say is pay attention in class. If you're like me, I can't pay attention in class, so I prefer studying on my own, which I'm gonna say don't study last minute. It's extremely dangerous. Few weeks before the exam, you just revise. You don't have to learn back, okay? For example, I'm extremely weak in sejarah. No offense to people who like sejarah, but I hate sejarah. Whenever I study sejarah, I'll forget most of it. So I tend to write small short notes. And I would recommend y'all to get like a small book and y'all write notes. Right? So for example, for admits, I just write down all the formulas. For bio and physics, I wrote down the breathing mechanism, like this type of short notes. So like I'll just have to read through, and I would suggest y'all to write down topics that y'all really don't understand. And for physics, I wrote down this type formulas, definitions, and ways to explain it. I saw one question where they asked me about how I did notes. I personally don't do notes because I feel like it's time consuming and I won't even read the notes. So yeah, this is the only notes I'll do, and I'll do it when I'm revising few weeks before exam. This is the notes I brought during SPM. Okay, and I feel like y'all shouldn't do notes. I mean, it's your choice to do lah, but I would suggest y'all not to do notes few weeks before exam. That is a time where you have to do question and answers. Question and answers play a big role because like you're active recalling everything you studied. Sleep early before exam. Get enough sleep, okay? Make sure your mind is not hazy when you're in the exam hall. It is extremely dangerous. Don't do that, okay? I don't care if you drink coffee or drink tea or anything, but get enough sleep. And then don't drink coffee before exam. If you are like me, I suffer from anxiety. Coffee makes you more nervous, and before you enter the hall, right, you'll get more anxious. So don't drink coffee. Find an alternative. Don't drink coffee, okay? Or don't drink anything that has caffeine. And I personally don't drink coffee. So if you are sleepy, take a nap. Okay, don't stop yourself. Take a nap and then you continue again. Okay, it's the main thing. You have to believe that you can do it. You have to believe that you deserve better, okay? You have to learn, like when you enter the hall, you do your best, and then after you come out, you forget everything, you let it go, and then you think that, oh, okay, I worked hard, I tried hard, so I deserve an A plus. You know what I'm saying? Like you deserve good results because you worked hard, and then you let it go, and then you believe that good results will come to you. Everything is working in your favors. Which, by the way, affirmations work really well. So if y'all want to try that out, y'all should try. Because when I was in school, I had a very negative time period. I was so negative, and then I was like, can I even get 9 A's? Can I even get 9 A's? So yeah, I started saying affirmations. It changes your life. And then stay away from drama. In my school, there's drama every time you near exam season. Stay away from people who create the drama. Don't involve yourself in drama. Get a genuine study buddy. Don't get someone who will distract you from studying and then they will study on their own at night. Take care of your health, physically and mentally. Anything can happen during the period nearing SPM. So like I'm doing my time, a lot of things happen during exam or during SPM. So yeah, anything can happen. So y'all have to make sure y'all take vitamins, y'all drink enough water, y'all eat well, y'all take care of your health mentally. when I was having SPM, I was under a lot of stress, and I used to get gastric every day, even though I ate 3 meals a day, and I had to drink Gaviscon every day. So yeah, take care of your health. This tip is coming from experience. Unless you know that you can score in this specific exam, do not spend your time taking care of other people. When there's a situation where you want to volunteer taking care of someone, don't do that, okay? Unless you're really confident that you can get an A or A+, okay? Don't do that. So yeah, now moving on to specific subject. This book, I would suggest you all to have chemistry Form 4, Form 5 textbooks, definition hafal from the textbook, because my teacher said that during exam, the first thing they refer is the textbook. Physics, I use this type of books because for me the textbook is not that useful. And bio, I use both textbooks. At maths, I use this. No, I use this. It's the old version, but I guess the new one works the same. And before I continue, the main tip to score straight 9As is do question and answers. I did trial papers. For those who don't know, you just search trial papers online, and then there's this one website where they literally like give you files of each negeri. You do that, and when you do that, the most important thing is that you understand and you remember the answer and the way to answer that question, because even if you do a lot and then you don't understand what you did, you're basically wasting your time. Quality over quantity. Okay, for BM, I use this for karangan. Those who don't know, for karangan, I use the Buku version. That helps a lot. Right, when I did trials, my weakness was in bahagian A karangan. I didn't know how to write, how to get high marks for that. So my tips for y'all is, y'all write the same method with bahagian B in Buku, and you make sure you write peribahasa inside. So basically the quality is like bahagian B, but then just shorter version. Make sure you have pendahuluan, isi and penutup, and then peribahasa and advanced vocabs. And for paper 2, you have to make sure you do a lot of doing a lot of practice seems like too much, because I personally won't do a lot because somehow you'll get bored. You did enough paper 2 before, or maybe you can try little by little, but then your size, it's 10 marks, right? 4 marks. If you don't know how to answer, you just copy and paste what you think the answer will be. The marker will just see what answer you have. Like if the answer is inside, they'll just mark. They won't tolak your marker. For Comsas, the 6 mark, don't waste too much time on that. The way I did not read the 2 thick books. I mean, it's better if you read the 2 thick books, but I did not read them. I actually remembered what the storyline will be, and I hafal few nilais that I can change, I can manipulate like that, you get what I mean? Like the nilai kerjasama, I'll have a lot of multiple situations I remember, and then I can put it in. And rumusan, you have to know how to answer. Make sure you know whether there's 2 or 3 topics. The fun part, bahasa part, you have to do a lot of questions. You have to understand the basic. Okay? For BI, I'm going to do a lot of grammar questions. Especially the circle part, the grammar part. There are 4 words. You have to choose one. You have to do that a lot. Get acquainted with each word. And for essay, search for vocabs and you try to remember. Like for this is the paper my teacher gave. So this is paper 2. And this is how I draft my essay. Drafting is very important, so you have to draft your essay. Okay, make sure, for me, I personally, before exam, I'll memorize few advanced vocabs, and then I'll immediately write them down here, and then I'll try to put it in. Okay, you have to remember idioms. Yeah, this is the back part. So basically I did a lot of drafts. So I actually have this bunch of notes. I would like to sell them. This is brand new. I want to sell them. It has answers. So I'll link my carousel down below. If you all are interested, you all can check it out. For maths, the most important thing is you have to memorize the tax, insurance. I was weak in linear inequalities and two variables. So for those who are weak in that subject, search on YouTube, which is very helpful. Search on YouTube and then you try to do as many questions on that, because for SPM it came out. Logical reasoning, you have to memorize you know what to memorize, right? There are many things to memorize, you have to memorize that. And I'm not sure if mathematical modeling came out for my SPM, but yeah, y'all have to keep an eye on that. Okay. For chemistry is hard to understand, but then it's not actually. You have to have a few tactics to understand it. Although it took me 1 year to learn redox, but redox is actually quite easy. If you actually understand the basic, then only you try to do the questions. Okay. So for this is my chemistry notes, like question and answers. During SPM, right, before my chemistry exam, the teachers kept giving like question and answers. So like it's really helpful. For example, right, when you want to talk about pH value, the first point will be whether it's weak or strong. Second point is like what ionizes partially or ionizes fully. And then the third one, to produce low concentration of hydrogen ion or high concentration of hydrogen ion. And then the conclusion is the higher the concentration, the lower the pH value. You can score 4 marks for acid questions. So yeah, that's all I guess, the questions. I think chemistry, the most important thing is like you understand the basic. You can go YouTube or Buku, rujukan, or even ask your friends, your teachers, and then only you start doing questions and answers. The main thing, like, remember how to answer that question. That's the main thing you need to do. Especially for bio, I was weak in bio. I really don't know how to score bio, and personally I think that bio is the hardest subject to score. So the only thing I did was I did trial questions, and I actually remembered how to answer them. What is the answer for this type of question? So yeah, it helps. For sejarah, I think like the main thing is like you have to understand it like a drama. Good luck. The most important thing is like you understand before you hafal. So like even when you forget that, you have the gist of it. And this is my sejarah paper 1. For paper 1's, right, I would suggest y'all to get 36 and above. If better, 38 over 40. Okay, so at least you have backup plan if your paper 2 is lower. So for this, we actually had this one pencerama. I don't know if y'all know Encik Yusof. Y'all can check that man. Y'all can check the teacher out. Like we received 10 sets of questions, like ABC. And this one question I did 3 times. We have to do 3 times. So the first time we refer the textbook. I personally did not refer the textbook. I did, and then I see which one I get wrong, and then I'll check the textbook, and then I'll do again 2-3 times until I get 40 over 40. I hope that helps. And this book helps also. SPP book. You actually have the test question, like that set questions. And I am actually selling notes also. If y'all want, y'all can check out in Carousel, like this book for every subject, and I have like extra notes. And yeah, I only have one of this, so first come first serve. So I'll be really glad if y'all, because I don't want to keep this, I want to sell them off. So yeah, for physics, if you are like, your teachers don't teach well. I'm not saying my teacher doesn't teach well, but I don't like my teacher's teaching. So I don't understand most of the physics concept. So what I would suggest is y'all check out YouTube and do not learn your physics before exam, like few days before exam. It's extremely dangerous. I was under a lot of stress because of that. Today's class you don't understand, you make sure you learn it that day. You go to YouTube, you learn and everything. And YouTube is actually very, very useful. So you learn through YouTube. And for me, I'm a visual learner, so it helps a lot. And or you can go Buku rujukan, or you can ask for your friends' help. I don't like asking my friends' help because I feel like I'm wasting their time, or it's wasting my time. For trial questions, in YouTube they actually have teachers doing the trial questions, so they'll teach you how to do. So you can check that out if you're doing this one state of this trial question of like negeri sembilan, and then you just go to YouTube and then you say soalan trial negeri sembilan physics, and then they'll have like a lot of teachers teaching. So yeah, that helped me a lot. And for moral, I don't have the notes right now. I mean, for moral students, one thing I would like to tell y'all, if y'all get A+, in school, do not be overconfident, okay? Just think like your teacher is not marking well. Your teacher is marking very leniently, okay? Do your best, okay? During the exam, then if the question is 10 marks, usually like we have to write 3 nilais and 7 ayat huraian. Remember isi huraian contoh. So these 3 nilais, you make it maximum 7 nilai. So you have to hafal all the nilai. Make sure you put nilai apa. So in some questions they write nilai. Berikan cadangan berdasarkan nilai universal. So the first thing I'll write is this 7 nilai. So nilai kerjasama, nilai tanggungjawab, comma, full stop. Then only I'll write huraian. I'll write the normal essay I'll write a lot. If the question is like short, do not spend too much time on bahagian B though. The back part is a lot, right? A lot of essays you have to write. So you have to make sure your page is full with points law, obviously. And make sure you write 7 nilai. So let's say if your first second is wrong, at least you have other 5, other 5. So yeah, that's how you score. And basically, if you want to score moral, you have to study your sejarah beforehand, because most of the soalan is like umum, and umum as in like in the sejarah textbook they have the volunteer all that, NGOs, they'll ask you all that. So yeah, that's all. And then for AdMaths, the most popular question, because I failed my AdMaths in trials, the main thing I did was question and answers. I did trial questions. I personally feel like topical books of AdMaths is like 1% of what you get during trials and SPM. So if for now you just do SPM trial questions, and then if you score badly, you redo again until you get an A+. I mean, you have a lot of time now, so you start now. Consistency is the key for AdMaths, okay? Especially when you're doing SPM, right? You'll be focusing on other subjects and you'll abandon AdMaths. Make sure you leave some time for you to study AdMaths, okay? In that day of studying. And yeah, consistency is the key. You have to redo until you remember. And then if Negeri Sembilan SBP questions are hard. You take that and then you do, and then you get that wrong, right? You ask people or you go YouTube, and then after few hours you do again. Do until that whole paper you get A+. Confirm A+. Do better than what I did, okay? So yeah, these are all the questions. I think I gave everything, right? So yeah, what matters the most is you believe that you deserve more, and let God or let anything you believe in. If you don't believe in God also, never mind. Just believe in yourself that you deserve more. I mean, you work hard, of course you need the good. Okay, my phone no storage. So these are all the tips and tricks. So study smart, not study hard. Okay, study smart and study hard. Most importantly, study smart. Okay, don't sleep early, get enough sleep. Do better than what I did, get 9A+. Nothing is impossible. Okay, I mean, if you don't get 9A+ also, the most important thing is you try your best. So yeah, if you watch this few months before SPM, straight away after this video, study. Don't wait for a right time to study, okay? I struggled studying also, I understand. But yeah, we have to start. Remember, your SPM is your future. Without your SPM, most of your dreams will be hindered. Is that the word? That's what keeps you studying, right? So yeah. So I'll be selling all these books in my carousel. I'll leave the link down below. And make sure y'all check it out. I have a lot of new books I didn't do. I hope y'all learned something. These tips helped you or open your eyes. And you realize how important SPM is. That is all for now. Thank you for watching. Do make sure to subscribe and like. And if y'all have any more questions that I did not answer, feel free to comment down below. I'll try to answer all the questions. I mean, not like a lot of people watching my videos, but yeah, y'all can comment down below. I'll definitely answer your questions. So yeah, all my juniors, all around Malaysia, good luck. I'm sure I'll be proud of y'all. So yeah, thank you. Bye bye.